Hola, 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 mujer.
Hola, mujerita.
Oh my God, that was so loud. Hi.
I have no idea how loud I am.
¿Qué tal?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. It's been a busy week, productive, yet signs of tardiness when it comes to delivering episode 7 of the podcast have been really visible. As you know, obviously.
Yes.
I'm very glad I mentioned something about it while we were recording, because I was like, I have a long vacation. I have all the time in the world to finish it fast and furious, unless I procrastinate like I always do. I'm very glad I added that exception, because that's exactly what happened. The rule happened. No, the exception, sorry.
Well, but you're just always so unlucky to have the longest recordings ever to your editing.
No excuses.
Well, I'm trying to be like loving and understanding, and you're just like, no excuses, no strict freezes.
It's just like to call things what they are,
I think it was just a lot.
Finish editing. I just don't do it like you in a very timely manner.
Yeah, but instead of it being 2 hours and 5 minutes of recording, if it was 50 minutes, you would be done by now.
It'll be more encouraging for sure. Which is what we're going to do today, because today I'm going to be editing again. But you know what? So far, I have just been using the video editor, and this current episode I'm working on, I tried to find that option that would make them like shrink automatically, like Audacity does, but I couldn't figure it out.
No, Audacity doesn't link automatically. Audacity just makes silence, total silence on any given amount.
But, oh yeah.
And then automatically when you mean when I delete it automatically shrinks and you don't have it?
Yeah.
To all our listeners, I wanted to say that I am feeling sick. I've been struggling with a terrible sore throat for last week, but I really wanted to record because last time I recorded sick, I sounded amazing. So I hope to reach the same level of amazingness today.
Capitalizing on sickness.
Yes.
First world culture.
Good luck, Mujer, to you in deleting all of my coughs from this episode.
Easy. I target them one cough at a time.
But Mujer, I understand that you love your video editor because of visually pleasing you.
It is very visually pleasing, yes.
Is it worth it? Like editing in an audio editor, when you have audio, it's like so much easier, and I believe also faster, and maybe then you will discover that you have all the time in the earth to procrastinate.
I'm thinking it's actually going to be faster, because a lot of the time actually is spent dragging. So if it was doing it automatically,
that's what I imagined. Yeah. So this episode is supposed to be short because of my sore throat. So you can maybe try with this shorter one on the...
Inshallah.
You will not do that.
Inshallah.
All right. For today, I planned to make an exercise about self-confidence. Woohoo, you are excited, no?
Not at all, but I'm doing it. Just doing it.
So it might be a bit lame, but I find it so fun. I know it from my friend Zuzia. She's working in a senior center with older people, sometimes struggle with Alzheimer or dementia. And she had a group of lovely ladies whom she was doing this exercise with. And so many stories came out from that later I also made this exercise and shared with my friends. And it was just such a nice experience to see what my friends think about themselves versus what I think about them. It's so crazy. Sometimes you are like, oh, she has so beautiful eyes and stuff. And then she says that her favorite part of the body is, I don't know, her super thin hair, that like it's not the greatest or something. Like it's very nice, especially if you know someone very well. And we do know each other very well. So I hope it will be nice.
Inshallah. I am bracing for impact.
Impact.
When two things hit.
I see. Our two huge egos, you mean?
No, it's just because I think this is like probably one of the most gonna be one of the most personal episodes we've ever recorded. I have not been used to sharing so carelessly, so freely, so openly with people I don't know, about myself. But today we're gonna do it.
Yeah, and the editing is in your hands, so you can always
erase the whole episode.
Delete. Exactly. Maybe it will at the end. Maybe it will be just me oversharing myself.
No.
If yes, let me know. I'll record a different intro for that case. Okay.
Be hilarious. Okay.
All right. So the exercise is basically answering 5 questions. All of them are enumerating what we like in ourselves / what we see as our advantages. And the first one will be, what do you like in your appearance / your body? Go, Mujer.
Okay, so I do like my hair when it's long to some extent, especially when it's messy somehow, for some reason. I really like that messiness it has. I like the little curls or waves.
So why you keep it short?
But yeah, this year I'm keeping it short for superstitious purposes.
No way, it's still going on.
No, just trying a new thing, a new approach to life with short hair.
Oh wow, okay.
I like my eyes / my eyelashes. Let's say I have received enough compliments about them to like them, basically. It was not something I used to think about, but I heard it many times before, and then I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, damn, they're nice. Okay, I see that now. It's yeah.
You've been convinced.
The third thing is I actually like how tall I am. So it's not too tall in a frightening way. It's not short. It's tall enough to be taller than most people.
In a frightening way?
Yeah, some people are just gigantic,
Interesting. I actually have the same thing on mine.
Oh, cool.
About my height.
Yeah. The fourth thing that I do like about my appearance is my skin tone. So I can blend in a lot of places, except for Asia, obviously. Southeast Asia, the part of Asia where people look Asian. And I'm just not sure about the fifth thing that I like about my body or appearance. I was thinking about my belly. It feels nice, but I don't really like having it. But it does feel nice. I do like it, but I'm very conflicted about it.
Belly is a nice one. From constant, endlessly sketching you, I remember I really like to draw your nose. It's yeah, I don't know. It was, I liked it. I like drawing that. Maybe it's a weird thing to say, though. What about beard? As a woman, I find it fascinating that men have this additional thing on their face that is so defining. Do you enjoy that?
Oh, yes. I really like actually having a beard. But I choose to shave it regularly for work, just to look more professional at work. But yeah, when I'm not working in an environment where I'm meeting a lot of people, I like to keep my hair long and messy, and I like to keep my beard long and messy as well. Yeah, I just like that.
Cool. So we have the fifth one. Okay, when it comes to me, I was maybe a bit more broader. You were like, I like my eyes, I like my eyelashes. Well, I wrote, I like my face.
That's a beautiful face. I like it too.
Thanks. Thank you. I don't remember who, but yeah, at some point I heard that someone said, oh, this person had a nice face. And I was like, is that even a thing? And I was like, I like my face actually. So it stayed with me, I guess. Oh my God, I didn't tell you about it. But the other night I had some nightmare or something, and I went to the bathroom just like to take a few breaths, like splash some water on my face. And I looked at the mirror, and I so much saw my grandma in my, like, it was eyes of my grandma. It was like I saw her face in my face. Like I saw how much of a part I am of her, kind of, for the first time in my life. It scared me so much. Like it was very bad.
So maybe you know what you're gonna look like when you're old, like grandma.
But it's not cool. Like, I don't know. Like it was not a good timing to think about that. It was like very disturbing.
Okay.
Anyway, point number 2. I like my figure. I like my hands. That's something that comes and goes. But recently, I really like my hands.
Like I received compliments about my hands. I just still don't get them. I'm like, I don't understand. Why would anybody like hands?
I really like hands. I think they're nice, and especially like I'm wearing a ring now. Like it's very cool, I think. That's a bit lame, but I wrote that I like my smile.
I was thinking about my smile, and I was like, I actually like it, but it never looks good in the photos.
Yeah, I thought the same, but I still put it down. I was like, okay, my smile. I have crooked teeth. It always looks weird on the photos, and somehow I still like it. So I'm just going to put that,
Okay.
I like that it's crooked. Like I like my crooked teeth showing up. It means that I'm just like really not giving a damn. Just like, yeah, so happy. So
I
like
appreciate that natural approach you're taking. I respect it a lot.
Thank you. I remember my mom made me sign a contract that I will not blame her in the future for growing up with crooked teeth, because I refused to like keep going to an odontologist at some point, and she made me sign.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm still liking it somehow, so I'm very happy. I don't regret that.
Respect. That's good.
And yeah, 5, I like my height.
Okay. How tall are you?
172.
Oh, amazing. Okay, I think as tall as my elder sister, probably. Yeah.
And you?
About 185, maybe.
So much more. Wow. Yeah, you are pretty. Yeah, I remember you are much higher, actually. It always surprises me. Like, I imagine you my height. I mean, I met you a few times, but I don't know. Like, it always hits me when I hug you. Like, what? I have to, like, stand on my tiptoes suddenly for that?
Yeah. This is what happens. You meet once every 2 years. You just forget.
Yeah, that's true. All right. The second point is about what you like in your intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, skills.
That was a tough one. Like when it comes to my intelligence, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm smart. I don't think I'm stupid. I think I'm just okay,
I think you're smart.
It took me a long time to answer this question, which I don't know might mean I am more inclined towards less, not more.
Aww.
But after a lot of thinking, I was like, I believe that I can read the room most of the time, read people's energies, kind of feel what's up without much being said or spoken. I don't know what kind of wisdom or intelligence that is, but I like that.
Survival intelligence. No, it's a good feature.
So I don't really have a lot of specialized knowledge in any topic, but like I like a lot of different things throughout my life, and I tried many things and I read about a lot of things, so I have a bit of broad, shallow knowledge about a lot of things. I like that. So most of the time I can have conversations about different things and actually enjoy them, or I can read about different things and enjoy that without being really good at any of them, but still have enough pleasure in exploring these different things or talking about them. A jack of all trades, a master of none.
Yes, sounds like you.
When it comes to skills, like, it's something that I realized I have. Like, I don't really care so far in my experience where I am going. Like, I know I'm gonna get there, get to my place, go around, most likely make a friend, great memories, and get out of there. Like I think it's a kind of a skill, like navigating a new place, a new culture.
Sure. Big one.
When I'm going to a new place, I'm very extroverted. I have this energy. I'm hyping. I usually do not. But yeah, when I'm
You
and
have
then
no fear.
it makes things like beautiful in a way. So I think it's a kind of skill that I like about myself. So you can put me anywhere. I think I'm gonna be like, yay, let's do it. You know. And number 5, I wasn't sure like what wisdom or what other like skills that I like.
Oh, you skipped 3.
Did I? So yeah, I like that I can speak English fluently, that I taught myself how to do that. That took a lot of work actually over a few years since I finished high school until maybe it was 2 or 3 years until I was actually able to have a proper conversation. And from the 4th year, I started working. So since I was 21, I've actually been working, doing jobs that required me to speak English. So it's been
That's crazy.
paying the bills ever since. Yeah.
It's so amazing. Like I never can imagine even. Like I put so much effort. Like I was put into schools of English. I had English like at school. It makes sense that my parents really took care of me speaking good English, but imagining that you did it all by yourself somehow, like it's just blowing my mind.
No, I went to school as well. I learned how to read and write there.
Yeah, but
Just about
I
like,
had English at school,
yeah.
for many, many years. And I had additional classes. I had additional extra classes for many years, like 6 or something. And I never learned the language on my own.
We're doing French, you're doing Spanish now, so you are learning on your own.
Yeah, but
Seriously.
I did take classes in French before. I had it 1 semester at uni. It was just advanced class, and I was the beginner, so I didn't learn much. I didn't understand shit.
Okay.
And I did the 2 semesters of Spanish as well, which really helped. So you see,
That's good. You did it all yourself still. You went to school and you learned, and I'm sure you did the homework and more.
oh, I love homework.
I know, I remember my hair. So that's when your journey with me procrastinating started. When
Yeah.
I had to design some homework for you. So do you see a pattern here?
You hated that. You hate it so much. Like it was more difficult for you to prepare the homework. Even if it was just like write 10 sentences, whatever, than me actually doing the homework. Like it was crazy.
I'm better at giving homework now. And when I was thinking of like the 5th thing to say here, I was not sure. Like, I don't like wisdom. I don't know. Am I wise in any way? I think maybe a little bit. Like, can I give advice sometimes? Yes. Can I see things from an interesting perspective? Sometimes.
Like the question is, I think, if you like it about yourself more than whether you know that.
Okay, I do like that I am experienced in different ways. When it comes to work, travel, stories here and there, languages. I actually tried learning. I never really learned to be fluent in it, but like I learned to read and write Hebrew when I was in high school, Farsi when I was in high school.
Oh my God.
I
Secret confessions.
I did 6 months of Urdu when I was in university. I was the best in class, and then I lost interest.
Holamujer.
I learned to read and write hieroglyphics script. Yeah, forgot about it. Now, I actually did a lot of Spanish on Live Mocha back in the day. I do like to try things and see how I feel about them.
It sounds like you're just good at learning, maybe.
I like experiencing things. So I have had a bunch of experiences that I think I like that I am experienced in a way. Yeah. Of course, there's a lot more to do and feel and learn.
There is also a lot of more skills that you are wonderful in, but there is no space to put more. So, what I have on my list is I like that I can give good advice, I think. I like what I know about film and art. Sometimes it's irritating, but most of the time I really enjoy it, because then if I meet someone who like is smarter than me in this topic or is working in this field, it's just so rewarding to understand to some bigger extent what's happening. It's just great. I like that I sketch, that I have this skill. I like that I learn languages, same as you. And I like that I have 2 diplomas of bachelor's.
Ooh.
I wish I had more diplomas, but 2.
You can always go get another one.
I can.
It takes a bit of time, some effort.
I will at some
point. A lot
point.
of homework to do, which means pure pleasure, pure joy.
Yeah, I hope one day. One day I think I will do a master, for sure.
Yeah, I want to do that too, yeah. I think about it a lot these days.
All right. What do we like in our character, Mujer?
Okay, so now this is the trickiest one. This one is really tricky.
Because you love everything?
Because it's all conditional. It's really conditional. Like, it's not forever, all the time, always like that.
No, of course.
Like I say, I like that I am hardworking. It would seem sometimes that I never tire. It would seem like I have all the energy in the world to go on forever. But I also really, really like to chill and do absolutely nothing. So
it makes sense. Play hard, but work hard,
But what do I like more? I like when I'm working and not tiring more. I do like that more about myself. Liking to chill is not the thing that I like about myself. But that I work hard is something that I do like about myself. And that I'm capable of doing that and being that. But yeah, I'm sure sometimes I would feel being that. The second thing in my character that I like, I believe that I'm usually straightforward. But that's not always. Because sometimes I would be in a situation where I feel like maybe it's not the nicest thing to be straightforward. So I would not.
Of course, but you would be a psychopath if you haven't sometimes considered someone else's feelings, So, of course, it's not what you're doing always, but what pieces you like when you do them. So I think it all makes sense.
Yes. I like consistency in people and in myself. So, yeah, in general, I like that I am consistent. I don't like when people call it predictable, but I guess it's predictable now also.
How is the bet going?
No, we don't do this anymore. No more bets. I'm just not the best at them.
Did you establish actually at the end who won? Not really. Okay.
It just doesn't matter. It didn't matter anymore. In my character, I am sarcastic. And for me, this is my way of expressing humor or giving or receiving fun. I do like, so that's why for me, sarcasm and humor, I know they are different things, but when I'm being sarcastic, I'm doing it for a laugh, to be funny. To me, they're intertwined in a way.
Now I know you so much better, but for a few years, your sarcasm was not funny at times. So many times. It was just cruel or cold sometimes. And I was like, how can this guy not get that this is not funny to this extent? And I think, I just needed to figure you out a bit more. Now I think I get it most of the time.
Yay! Finally! She thinks I'm at least a little funny. Okay.
You're hilarious. Are you kidding me? You're the most hilarious person.
On my character, what else do I like about myself? I don't really know more.
You don't have anything more? Oh my God. I
don't want to say I like that I'm honest. I think it's like being arrogant now. Or
I really like your character a lot. And I think maybe one of the features is that you make other people very comfortable around you. You're very welcoming. You're like a good spirit to be around, you know?
In your experience.
Well, I know people who know you also, and they all have a similar idea.
You and your people's experience.
Me and my people, exactly. You might not like this about yourself, I don't know. But I think in general, you create a feeling that a person wants to spend time with you. Like, you seem very interesting.
Alhamdulillah.
I mean, we're talking for hours every week for years. I think that speaks that you are a quite interesting person.
Mama, can you hear that? Someone out there finds me interesting. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Mujer. How about you? What do you like about your own character?
Okay, that will be a bit hard to say out loud, but let me try. I like my courage when it exists, of course.
Okay.
But I think I do a lot of things that take courage, and then I am scared and I suffer and I'm like regretting and everything. But I always miss this moment that like, hey, it was very courageous to do it in the first place. So yeah, I will keep it. I think I'm courageous sometimes, and I like it. I like my sensitivity. It's mostly irritating in everyday life. I don't know, when sometimes you see a puppy and you like shed a tear, but I really like this part in me. I think that's what life is about, experiencing it like this. I like my honesty. So it's very similar to you, no? Maybe that's why we like each other. We're honest. I remember when we struggled with honesty, both of us, and it was when I really felt that you don't want to teach me anymore, and you really didn't want to teach me anymore. But it took us like 2 months or even 3.
I just didn't want to give you homework.
No, you were not preparing lessons. Like, it was taking forever. So sometimes we just spoke in Arabic about our days or something like that, basically, but switched to English at some point. Like, and we were just like not addressing the elephant in the room. I think we were just both just scared that we will stop calling each other or something like that. And then you spoke up eventually, I think. So yeah, but that was one moment of dishonesty between us. It was a bit awkward, I think. You remember that?
I don't remember the details, but I remember the feeling.
All right. So alhamdulillah, we are both honest. And I also wrote, I am trustworthy. And I really believe that. I think I can like go out of myself, cross my own boundaries just to do something that I promised, or to prove someone the trust.
I like that.
I don't like that much sometimes, but...
I would like to say that about myself, but then I remember that time I did not shave my head, so I'm like, I can't.
Forever against you. Forever against you. And I did shave my hair. I know. And that's what I mean. That kind of proves my point. I think it's a bit too much. Ideally, that would be a bit less. But I still like that I have this quality a lot. Like the more I live, the more I see that people are not like that at all. Even the littlest, like people would cancel on you last minute or tell you, call me anytime or something. They'll never pick a phone, or like people don't like my words really matter, and I like that.
I wanted to say that also. I want to say that I mean what I say and I follow through, but I also remembered that I did not shave my head, so I couldn't dare.
Well, you generally do, though. You generally do. And I put as a 5th point, guys, Rahman is crying from laughing. That's how funny this situation was for him. And 5th, I think I'm a good listener. Recently, maybe a bit less also. But when I listen and I can do that, I really like that.
All right. I agree that you are a good listener. I give you my approval.
Great. Thanks. I mean, I do interrupt a lot, but I listen at the end.
Because you're also a good talker. So you got two things, like competing against each other all the time. And it's a never-ending war. And I understand because I am the same.
Yeah, I didn't. This exercise actually doesn't show me how much we like ourselves, but how much we are similar. Okay, your turn.
My turn to talk about what I like about my masculine or feminine characteristics.
Well, for you, it's masculine. What do you like in your masculine characteristics? Yes.
I did not know it was just masculine. I just went for both.
Okay, great. Tricky. Amazing. No, that's so cool.
Okay.
I actually don't know. So, I actually don't know how it's supposed to be, so go for it.
So I do like that I can talk.
Oh, I love this.
I do like that I can talk.
All right.
And most of the time enjoy it. It can be about very trivial, shallow, deep, whatever things. Politics, religion, postmodern philosophy, I don't care. It could be about anything. And I enjoy that. I'm not sure
I really know.
If this is a feminine thing or a masculine thing. So sometimes I want to be talking and be the alpha talker. So that shows as a masculine thing.
You know what? What's amazing in this? Like, one thing that you can talk, like, that's wow. But you are actually genuinely interested in these conversations. That's what I couldn't talk about myself. Like, couldn't tell about myself. Like, you will talk about post-communism, whatever, or someone's story from yesterday's train, and you will be like so interested in that. And for me, sometimes when the story, when I don't like the topic, some anime or something, I'm like not focusing really. So that's crazy that you can talk and be so invested in what you say.
I mean, I'm talking for a reason. I'm not just going to talk because I don't care about something. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna talk about something that, to some extent, like even when it's like something stupid, still I'm having this moment of feeling like talking about something stupid, you know. So I'm gonna be into it. I'm gonna be embracing the stupid side of the moon. And the second thing is listening. I do think that it's something that I have. Being an good listener, maybe I can listen to people. Most of the time I enjoy it, unless I'm really, 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 really sleepy or something, you know. Mm-hmm. That'll be the only time I'm like, I don't really want to do this now. Or if someone is being, according to my own standards, really stupid, then I just don't want to deal with it. Like, if the logic is really faulty, because
unless
it's okay, you don't have to be like, wow, you know, but at least like just be reasonable a little bit. If something is really, really, really unreasonable, you know, I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. But apart from that, like, you can talk about anything, unless you talk about like magic and like spirits and stuff like this. Also, I'm not really into, so I can't entertain for very long. But like real world, real life stuff, yes, I really enjoy listening and having conversations about any real thing in life, really.
Okay, because I would think that, like, I send you so many voice notes or even texts when I was irrational about something for 100th time, and you would still not only listen to this usually like 5-minute voice note or something like this, you would even record one back, proving that you listened thoroughly to everything. So I think you're just a good listener. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not.
No, but if you think you're being irrational, maybe you think you're being irrational, but what I think could be something else, you know? There's always a reason. There's a logic behind it. How you're feeling could be because of meds that are messing up with your brain, for example. Could be because of stress at work. Could be because of a period of unemployment. It could be because of, losing your religion. Like, there are reasons behind it. It's not coming out of nowhere.
Okay, third.
Okay, the third one about my masculine/feminine characteristics. I would say that I'm in a way emotional, or open emotionally, or emotional openness, something. I don't know how to express this exactly, but I feel like I can feel people's emotions. I can connect with you emotionally. I do have some empathy despite the appearances, and I do like that. Sometimes I can feel for people, but also sometimes I can shut it off. So I have the switch, which I think a lot of people don't have.
Oh, wow, that's so amazing. I'm jealous. That would be so cool.
It depends on a decision. I think you accused me before of feeling according to my decisions. This is only partly true. Partly, if the decision is what the person is representing is fake, then I cannot feel for their act. Basically, if I believe you're acting, I cannot feel for you. You could be doing something horrendous to yourself. I would still be like, okay, you brought this upon yourself. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, don't do this. And like, go for it, buddy.
But you will not be feeling sorry that I am so desperate to bring this to myself, to be so desperate that I'm doing emotional manipulation, basically.
Most of the time, I would tell myself, do not fall for this. Falling for it is weakness. But I do get weak sometimes.
I see.
It can happen still. It does happen sometimes.
Let me ask another question, follow-up question. Do you actually stop feeling, or you just stop your action?
Stop the action.
Okay. Makes sense.
No, like inside, I'll be tormented a little bit about
it makes sense.
what to do. Should I stick, to my decision, or should I deviate a little bit? And then I try so hard to stick to what I said I would do, But I would look cold.
Of course. I know, man. Okay, 4. Number 4. I'm so glad I'm on your side. Like I've seen you doing it to other people, and I was like, whew, I would not survive this.
What you have? What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't see physically, but I was in your life, and you told me stories, and you read me messages and stuff. So, yeah, I wouldn't survive this kind of treatment. I think it's called. I would just freak out.
For you, only openness, mujer.
Yeah, of course. Mujer exclusive.
Okay, number 4. Most of the time, I can be firm and meaningful and like straightforward, etc., etc. So I just use the word firm, and assertive and decisive and all of these things all together most of the time. It doesn't happen always. Of course, I have my moments of not being that, but I think most of the time I'm like, okay, this thing, we do this, just do it. So yeah. Then the 5th thing is decisive. Also, most of the time, I do like to make decisions. I don't find it very difficult to make decisions. Sometimes it's not easy sticking to the decision that you made, but making them is usually not very difficult.
You're very good in this. Like, it's such a strong point of yours. Very, very strong. Like,
sometimes you're like, yes, I will shave my head, but then you actually do not. So I should have been firm, for instance. But yeah, so yeah, this will never be forgotten. You will not. I will not. So I might as well talk about it.
One day you just have to do it. Like, you have to let me. I don't remember what's the details, but I think you just redeem yourself by coming here, or whenever we meet, doing that or something like that. I don't know. You figure it out. You're decisive and firm and emotional. You got this.
So how about you, Mohair? How about your feminine characteristics? Which of them do you like?
My amazing characteristic, they're so feminine compared to yours that it's crazy. First one is, I like flowers.
Ooh.
It's so girly, no? I have a bouquet of flowers here now, and I'm like staring at it every day. I painted it like 4 times already. Love that. I'm just taking pictures. I have flowers even here. See, like I have flowers in frame.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
It's 1 and 2. Yeah, I took them from Poland and I dried them. So just freaking love flowers. I wish I could be living like just surrounded by them.
Oh, it's so girly.
So girly.
Very nice.
I put number 2. I like that I can multitask. Especially now I live with my boyfriend. I see how big of a strength it is and how easy it is for me. Like I just switch into the mode and I'm like just doing everything at once. I really, really enjoy this one. I like that things deeply move me, which is kind of the same as my sensitivity, which I said before. I like that I like pink. It took me all my life to reach this conclusion. For real, dude. I remember being a girl and ripping out like pink pages from notebooks or something.
Because it's cliche.
Yeah, and I hated princesses and I hated pink color. I wanted to be strong and stuff like that. And then slowly, I made my way back to.
You ran away just to go back.
I love. Now I have pink glasses. My favorite sweater is pink. Just to go, color to go. Love that. And number 5 is a bit more serious. I am responsible when I take care of someone. So I really see this like mother instinct, but not only mother instinct, like this woman responsible, caring.
Did you say mother?
But I mean, for example, I also saw this when I was caring for my grandma. Okay. Like to some extent, I can really read people's needs before they even know what they want, like, you know, like really, really help them and make sure they're safe. It's heavy. It's a heavy state, I think, to be in. It feels over-responsible, but it's very nice to know that I have that. It's just like a switch and it's there.
All right.
Okay, last one in our super short podcast. Okay, it's just what do we like in other important things. It's very broad, basically what didn't fit before.
Yeah, so it says important things. I'm not so sure how important they are. But I wrote here the first thing that I usually, in maybe 95 or more % of the time, if I make a plan, I commit to it no matter what. So I do like that, and I appreciate it in others when they do this. I don't do rain checks usually, even if it's really raining. I don't give a shit. Like, if the only times I go out of my way and do that is when I don't know, if I'm really not into that thing, and I'm just like waiting for the first excuse or something, or because maybe something happened and I'm just not in the mood anymore, and then the rain comes to save me, you know. But most of the time, if I make a plan, I would follow through. Yeah. Oh, of course, except for that plan when I had shaved my head.
Oh, this one. Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
It sounds like I used to be like this, and I think and I changed. Like I started canceling my plans at the beginning. Even I did it like a bit on purpose to see, because it occurred. I was just very scared somehow. I don't know. I was scared people see me as not dependent or on or something like that. I don't know. But it sounds a bit strict when you talk about it. Is it? Or is it just like you like to trust yourself and to follow through for you?
Well, it's just about meaning what I say, basically. Most of the time. Yeah. Plans in general also. It's not just about like party plans or a coffee plan or something like that. It's like I will visit you in Poland, just hasn't happened yet. It's a plan. Just not very concrete, you know?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I'm not in Poland, but like, you can go there if you want.
There are things that I want to do for myself, like personal plans. Sometimes they're not proper plans, so they don't really have a proper outline. But the general direction I know, and I like to follow through. I would like to get where I want, you know? Sometimes things maybe for my family, and I would like to also like take care of that. And sometimes a stupid party, and I would also like to be there for the party, you know? Sometimes about, I don't know, like learning French for 10 minutes every day. Like it could be about anything. And I can start things and not finish them because I change my mind and the plan changes. But most of the time I commit to it for a long time. So now plan is podcast, just deliver it a little bit late. Now the plan is to be less late.
It's fine. We can publish on Monday and then I will have more time to edit mine. I have nothing against that. All right, number 2.
Something I like about myself, I think I have good intuition in general. Yes, I think so. Let's not talk about why I'm smiling.
Are you thinking about girls?
No, I'm not thinking about girls. Maybe one of them.
Exactly, because I was thinking exactly about one of them when you smiled into intuition. Because you had intuition, but you kind of shushed it down, right?
Yeah, that one time. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm intuitive enough, and I like that. Another thing I like about myself is I believe that I think independently most of the time. I can decide for myself. So you would say something, and I would think about it. It would sound like a good idea. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And sometimes think about it, I'm like, I'm not convinced. I'm not gonna say you're stupid. I'm like, no, like it doesn't sound right to me, or I'll have to check or something. I'm very, very critical when it comes to a lot of things. You know, you question God, you question everything after that.
Yeah, you have a strong character for sure.
And which is related a little bit to the next point. I think I'm rational most of the time. Because sometimes I would say things and do other things, which is the opposite of rational. Just, weakness. Human nature. Human nature.
Weakness. It's just exactly. Usually you do that when you're emotional, which is totally understandable. Emotions are the other side of rationality. But yeah, you are very rational. Like you're a voice of wisdom sometimes when I get lost also. So it's like good to hear that.
Maybe something else I like would be number 5. When I'm capable, I think I'm very giving to the people I care about. It comes conditionally. Like you need to have earned it somehow by blood. This way, not about effort exactly, but other things, or by just being friends.
Yeah, you of course you cook for people. Like I noticed that too. You give them rides, you take them to banana islands, things like that. That's a lot. I mean, you're hosting people in your home.
Rarely now.
And I think that's a lot. It's giving a lot. But you did before a lot. So
because people
sure
gave
giving
to me. I felt like I owe the world. Just I have to pay back. Okay, sometimes I get overwhelmed with feelings of gratitude. I cannot escape it until I have done enough somehow.
That sounds so wrong, man. That sounds so wrong.
Like if I feel I owe you, I'll have to do something about it,
But why? Why? So do you think you have problems with taking?
No, I just appreciate taking happens.
You wouldn't have a problem if, I don't know, if I send you a gift out of nowhere, you wouldn't feel like you have to reciprocate it?
I mean, first, UPS would have to actually deliver it successfully.
Damn it.
But I do pay attention to reciprocation. It's something I pay attention to. I'm not very strict with it. It's not like, oh, you got me a book, now I have to give you a book. Or you spend $20 on a book, now I have to spend $20 on a gift for you. No, it could be more, it could be less. It could be much more, it could be much less. It's just like I feel like I would like to do something for you, So it doesn't matter what it is exactly.
All right, nice.
So yeah, like I was hosting a lot of people because 2 people hosted me and they were so generous. I felt like, that felt amazing. I want to do the same to people, just to pay it forward,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate my space much more now. Like, yeah, like I tell some guests, I cannot have anybody for more than 2 nights. I do not want anybody for more than 2 nights. It's just too much. Like, so far, this round it's only been 1 night each time, and I'm like, that was perfect. I have my routines, I have my stuff to do, and I don't want to be interrupted,
Of course, but also probably it would change if you had like an extra room to offer and then you can both be independent, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So it's so understandable. Like it's even for them.
yeah. No, if I had an extra room, sure, yeah.
Even for them, it would be better to like have some own space after
Yeah.
2 days. I think so.
No,
Totally.
if I had an extra room, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna, whatever. If you're cool, you could stay forever. Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, it's about my own personal space, and privacy. Yeah,
Cool.
it's true. How about you, Maher?
Oh, my throat is dying.
Other important things. You sound amazing. Come on.
It hurts. Okay, I wrote that I really like people around me, meaning I like in myself that I managed to gather so great people around me, kind of, you know?
Your filters are better than mine.
Well, but I am in your circle, so by proxy, you get my filter a bit. So, like, just enjoy, man. Just let's rock the boat together. Okay, I really like that I care about my family. I see it as one of the greatest values, I think, in my life. And I don't know, I think it's so right. It makes so much sense that I really like that. I really respect people who do the same. Okay, that's a weird one maybe, but I like my story so far. That's how I wrote it.
You mean your life story?
Yeah. I might not enjoy some moments, of course, when they happen, but always when I look at my age and I look back, I'm like, dude, that's so great. Like, you did so much, a bit of this, a bit of that. Basically, you did what you could. That's great. Okay, I like that I read. I know it's not anything special, but
You get to like it.
yeah, I get to like it. I really appreciate that I read.
I also like that you read.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow, so interesting.
You can always tell me about all the books that you read. I like that.
That's true. And I can recommend you so great books. Like when I recommend you a book, you can like read it blindly, and be sure that you will enjoy it so much. It's such a gem.
The book that I'm reading now is a book that you recommended after I recommended. Somehow forgot about it.
Look at that.
And I'm enjoying it a lot. The next book is a book you recommended. The one afterwards is the one that I have here. Birthday gift book.
The other day, I said something to my boyfriend that it was quite funny, but I didn't mean it. I meant it really serious. We were just after watching a movie or something that I suggested, and he was so taken by it. I looked at him and I said, "I'm so jealous that you have someone in your life that recommends you so perfect movies." He was like, "Excuse me, it's not my fault that you hate all the movies that I recommend." And I was like, "Yeah, but like I'm so good. Like I take into consideration everything about you and the mood and my knowledge, everything. And I always pick the most perfect movies for the time. And it's so great, dude. Like you should really appreciate it." He was like, okay, I get it. You're perfect. Okay. Like, So that's really great. I think it can be my fifth, actually. It's pretty good. I can really record, like, it can really pick good movies.
I will try to remember that. Just in case one of those days I'll need a movie for a movie night or something.
Oh my God, to you, the easiest ever. You watch some bad movies.
Oh, come on, don't you?
You watch the worst movies. Like, you go to cinema and you go to, like, see Godzilla or, like, Transformers 15. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Give me a challenge, man. Like...
Sorry, no challenge here when it comes to movies. I would watch anything, really.
Yeah, and anything would be nicer compared to what you're used to, I think. No offense.
Oh, show me what you got, Adriana Chilanka.
I don't know. Have you seen Shutter Island?
I have not watched it.
Okay, watch it. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio.
So now we have explored all the things that we like about ourselves, and now I'm like accepting myself more, and I don't even know it yet, but I will wake up like feeling better tomorrow or something, yeah?
Yeah, that's how it works, exactly. But you have to turn around 5 times and spit over your right arm before going to sleep.
No crystals?
No crystals. No, it's just psychology. There's no crystals, no ions, just like
Okay.
simple turning around.
I guess moody bitches got nothing to do with this one.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, it wasn't the worst, no? Discussing the things that we like.
No, actually, it was really interesting. No, it was nice. Like, this was a lovely chat. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's a lovely chat. I really like that sometimes I write something that feels, as you said, embarrassing, maybe a bit stupid, silly, or lame, or something like that. Then I read it out loud, and it doesn't seem so lame or stupid anymore. It's fine. It's like normal thing to be proud of or be liking. So that was nice to do it together.
I'm just really not used to thinking about the positive things of myself, you know? It's most about what I don't like.
And I think that's the point, to make it change, you know? Because I also was like just thinking about things I don't like about myself doing that. And then I think from time to time, it's good to break the cycle, maybe make your brain more used to thinking positively.
And also, like, people who talk a lot about how good they are, they really alert me. If somebody's saying about how honest he is all the time, I'm like, oh man, that motherfucker. So I feel like a bit anxious saying like I like that I am honest. I'm like, really, I don't want to say that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I want to be falling into the same trap, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm just one of them now.
But what I am though conscious of is for sure I am in the other side of this trap, which is I am speaking lowly of myself sometimes. So I think because it's like this, maybe are taking me more into the neutrality, you know, the middle. So instead of thinking like, oh no, I look so bad, I will next time just not think anything because I have a beautiful face that I actually like and I will look good. All right, it's just normal.
Yeah, you do have a beautiful face. Yeah, and pink looks great on you.
Yeah, I know. Lucky me.
I don't know about the flowers, but like I like flowers too, you know. But mine are dying. Yeah.
Aw, maybe it's time to buy new ones.
No, I'm good. I don't have space for
You
them.
have space for them.
Maybe. Okay.
That was quick.
You convinced me. You know what? Because I thought about it. I'm like, do I? And I'm like, you can just put them anywhere.
Yeah, you can put them on the floor. Well, I have a new plant, Monstera, that my boyfriend bought.
Like a monster, but feminine?
Like a monster, but feminine.
That's a hilarious name for a cute plant. Why is it called Monster?
I think, is it that cute? For me, it looks a bit like it's growing in the jungle. Okay, mujer. My throat is dying.
Well, I want to say I'm glad we took our normal time, despite your pain. Thank you for staying strong the whole night.
Thank you.
Get well, take care of the throat, and I'll see you next time, inshallah.
Take care of your plants. Have a good night. And I'll see you next week.
Salam.
Bye.